Hey guys, Mara here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about the brand new Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette. Now I recently got this from Ulta. It was a platinum perk to be able to have early access to purchase this guy. I don't know if you guys know or not, but I am obsessed with the original Too Faced Peanut Butter palette. I use this thing pretty heavily. This is probably one of my most used palettes. I know I don't use it a lot on my channel, but on a day-to-day basis, I just love the colors in here. They're very neutral, and then you have your pops of purple, which I love my pops of purple. So I find myself reaching for this a whole heck of a lot, and it's really simple and compact to travel with. So I love that guy. And whenever I saw that they were coming out with a peanut butter and honey palette, I immediately had to jump on the bandwagon. I love Too Faced shadows. I think they're some of the best on the market as far as high end, especially their palettes. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is very similar to their peanut butter and jelly palette, similar size. All of Too Faced little palettes like this are similar in size, and it's like that tin packaging. So whenever you open the palette up, this is what it looks like. They give you this little card up here that has 3 different looks in it. I will show you guys that. And then you also get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shadows. You get 3 really big highlight type of shades, and then you get some nice other shades over here. You have a row of like neutral brown shades. These are really stunning. Then you get a row of some really nice peachy corally shades that I'm someone who I didn't buy the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette because I just can't get over the peach smell. I don't know what it is. It just rubs me the wrong way. I don't really care for it, and I couldn't imagine putting that on my eyes. So whenever I saw that this palette was going to have this row of like peachy shades, I was really excited because there are a few shades in the Sweet Peach palette that I really love and that I wish I could just get past and buy the whole palette, but I just can't. So I really love this like honey brittle shade right here. And you get a row of these warmer shades right here. These are more of your like yellow undertones. Now this one's a little bit on the grayer side, but these two over here are a little bit more yellowy based. So you're getting a nice range of colors to do multiple looks. I think that these little palettes, like Too Faced does a really good job of making palettes that are very versatile. You can make a lot of different looks with their tinier palettes. I used this palette on my eyes today. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think Too Faced shadows, like I said, are some of the best. They're very blendable. They are very soft to touch. They don't kick up a lot of powder, which I'm really appreciative of, so you don't have to worry about fallout. I actually did my face makeup before I did my eyeshadow, and I didn't have any problem with any fallout or anything like that, so really great. I have the tutorial that I'm going to insert in the middle of this video, so it's going to go intro, tutorial, then review. So I'm going to show you guys a little card that it comes with. It is this little like how-to glamour guide. You get 3 different looks here. Feeling Nutty is this look here, PB&H, and then honey buns. So you get 3 different ideas. They tell you on the back how step by step to get each look. So that's just a guide if you're a beginner or if you just want some ideas to get use out of the palette if you're like feeling stuck and you don't know what to do. Sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I feel like my creative edge is lost and I just want some help getting some ideas. So you also get a mirror on the back here. So really nice and travel friendly. So if you want to see these shadows in action, then please continue watching for the tutorial part, and then after the tutorial is over, I'm going to go through which shadows I like. I'm going to swatch them all for you and give you guys my thoughts. So into the tutorial we go. Okay, starting off with the eye look, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Enigma Primer Potion, and I'm just going to prime my eyelids and blend that out with my finger. And then I'm going to grab, of course, the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey palette, the brand new palette that this video is all about. And I am going to take this Fluffy Real Techniques brush, and on the shade Queen Bee, it's like this, it's almost like a gray white, but it's like a matte white. So I'm just going to set that primer down so that it's nice and smooth for the rest of the shadows. And then on this Morphe M441 brush, I'm going to dip into this really beautiful yellowy shade right here called Honey Buns. And I'm going to start building this up in the crease area. And then on a more precise blending brush by Morphe, the M433. I'm going to take the shade Peanut Butter. This is like Too Faced iconic shade. Stunning. It's like a neutral mid-tone brown with a little bit of warmth. And I'm just going to concentrate this more directly into the crease. Kind of putting it on the outer part of the lid as well. And then on a Sephora Pro blending brush, I am going to take the shade Going Nuts. It's this really pretty deep brown shade. It has some shimmer in there. It's kind of like a metallic shade. And I'm going to start packing this onto the outer part of the eye. And then I'm taking my e.l.f. little eyeshadow brush and I'm taking the shade Honey Buns, this mid-tone corally peachy shade. And I'm going to apply this all over my lid. I'm then going to take that Going Nuts shade, the deep brown, and I'm just going to pack a little bit onto my outer part of my lid yet again. And I'm going to take a blending brush, the fluffy blending brush with the yellow Honey Bun shade, and I'm just going to apply this into my crease and blend everything out. I really want that yellow to pop in the crease area. I'm just going to pack a little bit more of Honey Brittle on my lid because some of it got blended away. And I'm going to do the same with Going Nuts. And then I'm going to take this little tiny smudger brush and I'm going to take Peanut Butter and I'm going to drag this on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to dip into Going Nuts and I'm going to concentrate this right on the outer part of my eye. I'm going to take my Real Techniques little smudge brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Creamed Honey. It's this shade right here. It's like a very light peach shade with some flecks of glitter, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Okay, so once I've done that, I am going to pop on some more eyeliner and some mascara, and I will be right back. Make sure you stay tuned for the review portion on the Peanut Butter and Honey palette. I'm going to be showing you swatches of every single color, talking about which ones I love, which ones were okay, and what I love and hate about the palette, whether I like it or not. So if you want to see that part of the video, then just keep on watching. Okay, so now that you've seen the tutorial and what the shadows look like being applied to the eyes, this is the finished eye look. I am really happy with the way it turned out. I really love these shadows. I love the pigmentation. There is one in here that I was kind of like disappointed with the pigmentation, but I'll get into that in a second. So we have these three shades right here. This one is Creamed Honey, then Peanut Butter, then Going Nuts. So I'm going to swatch these ones for you. But here's Creamed Honey. It's a really nice white shade. It's what I use to highlight the brow bone and put on the inner corner. Then Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter is an iconic shade for Too Faced. It's from their Semi-Sweet palette. It is like a standout shadow that everyone loves, and it's a perfect transition shade. I love popping this right on the lid or right on the transition area. I can wear this alone right in the crease, buff it out. It's a really stunning color. And then here's Going Nuts. It's the shade that I packed on the outer part of my eye. It's a really stunning, almost metallic satiny type of finish, and it's just a really nice deep brown that you can use to define your eye a little bit. The next row in the palette is this one right here. This is Be Sweet, a really pretty pale pink. We have Honey Brittle, which is this corally peachy shade here, and then we have Bee's Knees, which is a metallic kind of terracotta orange shade, which I know I'm gonna love because you guys know I love my terracottas, and I didn't use it on the eye look today. I thought when I looked at this that I was gonna use that shade like no matter what, like that was the one I was gonna use first, but I ended up going against it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna swatch them for you. So there's the next row. This is Be Sweet. Again, it is a light shade. It is a highlighting shade, so it doesn't have too much pigment. It's actually pretty light. This one was the one that I was really shocked with. It's that Honey Brittle, and it's the color that I really wanted to love. It is not very pigmented. I had to really build it up on my eyes, but it's the shade that I have all over my lid. If you do build it up, then you can get the pigment there, but I did have to build it up quite a bit. It's definitely not as pigmented as this one right here. This is Bee's Knees, and it is a very pigmented terracotta shade. It has flecks of gold glitter in there, so it's really going to be stunning, especially if you use like a Fix Plus or something with it, because it's really going to make those glitters pop and stick on there without falling out all over your face. And then the last row in the palette, we have Queen Bee, which is this like grayish white shade. We have Honey Buns, which is this really pretty yellow shades. I feel like a lot of different companies are coming out with yellow shades like this. They're just really pretty to dust in the crease. That's what I have in my crease area today, and like kind of above the crease a little bit. And then Feelin' Nutty is like this warmer brown shade. It has like a yellow undertone. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you. Here is the swatches. I think that this row has some of the best pigmentation. This one is Queen Bee. It's a really nice white. I use this as a base for all the rest of the shadows. It really worked well to set down my primer. And then Honey Buns, like I said, is the one that I dusted in the crease. I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of this because I just love these yellow shades, and it's really pigmented. It's really nice to pop in like above the crease area just to give you, I don't know, I just like the look of that like golden type of like halo effect around the eye. And then Feelin' Nutty is a really pigmented, really stunning matte like golden brown shade. It's a little bit, it's deep, but it's like not too deep. I think it's really going to be pretty to like put on the outer corners, blend up into the crease, where alone it's kind of similar to Peanut Brittle, but it's just a little bit more yellow. So really stunning shades. I know that I'm going to be able to make a lot of different looks out of this and create a lot of different looks. You could use some of these shades on their own, like I said, like Feelin' Nutty, Peanut Brittle, or Peanut Butter, sorry. And most of them did have some really nice pigmentation. The only two that I thought were subpar were this Honey Brittle one and then this one in Be Sweet. The two pinkier shades, I feel like they weren't quite as pigmented as the rest of the palette, and they were a little bit, not really chalkier, but I just had to work with them a little bit more. Even on the swatch on this pink one, it was a little bit lackluster for me. The rest of them though, like the whole way around them, fantastic shadows. So you're getting 7 that are fantastic quality, and just the one, like the 2 pink ones, I don't know, maybe it's a pink pigment, maybe it's like that pink color is just harder to get that full pigmentation. The palette itself smells like peanut butter, and then it has like honey after. So as soon as you smell it, it's kind of like peanut butter in your face, and then you smell the honey. So really, really nice. You can find this palette at Ulta. I believe it's an Ulta exclusive. They claim that it's limited edition, but I'm not sure. I feel like they claim that the peanut butter one, peanut butter and jelly, was limited edition, and then they ended up bringing it back. So they might do this again. I don't know how successful it's going to be. Do I think this one is as wearable as my peanut butter and jelly? Yeah, I do. I think that it is very comparable. I'll show you the shades side by side. I think it just depends on personal preference. So me, I love my pops of purple, so I am always using this one, but peach and coral shades are really in right now. So I think a lot of people are going to love this middle row. I think that that is really on trend, as well as the yellow based shadows. I think that a lot of companies are coming out with shadows like that, so I think that that is a plus for Too Faced. So I think that even though they are kind of similar, they're totally different, and I love that I have them both. I just love these palettes, and I love Too Faced shadows in general. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, then I really suggest you try to get your hands on the Too Faced Honey Peanut Butter and Honey palette. It's a stunning palette, and I think that it's great for the price. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!